Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a big ol' haul. I filmed a haul video probably a couple weeks ago and lost that footage along with like 2 or 3 other videos. Anyway, long, stupid, boring story. So I've accumulated even more things since then. So this is going to be a really long video. I even have some PR stuff. If this gets too long, I will make another video for the PR stuff. If not, it'll be at the end of this video. You'll probably know by the title of this video whether or not it's included. I'm going to start with some things that I actually have on my face because I filmed like a try-on of all of these things. So this is an order that I placed at Harrods.com, which is a UK-based retailer. They were the only ones that I saw that had these things. I don't know if they're coming to the US. I hope they are. But these are some Guerlain Meteorites products that I know they were releasing for summer 2019. So the first thing I got is the Guerlain Meteorites Glow Pearls Cushion. So this is a cushion compact that is a primer. It has an SPF 10 and there's a mirror in there, the puff, and it flips open. Very typical cushion compact packaging. So I was so puzzled because I thought those were actual little pearls, but I think it's a cushion that was like kind of created to look like pearls. And then there's like a netting on top. So you'll see in the video where I tried on all these things, got this look. That video will be up on Monday. You'll see how puzzled and confused I am over what is going on in that cushion. So anyway, that is the Glow Pearls cushion. I picked that up. I also picked up the special edition Meteorites for summer 2019. I assume all these things will be coming to the US soon. I just don't know. So I just went ahead and picked it up before it was sold out. But this is the Pearls de Satin, I believe is the name of this version. But it has a really beautiful paisley print on there. And the meteorites in here are different from what I am used to seeing. So they have a very rosy hint to them, and this is the cushion that was sitting on top. So that's sort of the hue that you'll get. And I think it makes a great blush topper. Again, you'll see all of this in action on Monday, but it makes a great blush topper. And I thought it would be too deep as like an all over powder, but it just leaves kind of like a nice kind of pink cast. I used it just a little bit on my forehead and on my chin here. You can probably see it the best on my chin, but it's like maybe a little bit of a cool tone pink shift there. And it's really pretty. And I have it on my cheeks. So that is the Meteorites Pearls de Satin. Oh, I should mention that this does not have that violet scent that the Meteorites is sort of known for. This has the signature violet scent in there. And this is the box that the Meteorites comes in. So it has that pretty paisley print on there. I also picked up one of the Meteorites Bubble Blushes. This is a gel blush. It comes in this box, another paisley printed box. And this is what it looks like. And I got the color Rose, or is it Rosé? I think it's just Rose. And it's this really pretty, let me take the cover off, this really pretty like swirl print. So the lighter swirl is very pearly. It leaves a really pretty sheen on the skin. And then there is the rose color. Let me just swatch that for you. So there is the rose. And you can build that up. Let me just show you. It gets pretty deep pretty quickly. See? It's very, very pretty. And that's what I have down on my cheeks for blush. I really like it. I didn't know if this was going to be kind of like a gimmicky thing. I know Guerlain and Chantecaille have come out with these. I think I'll pick up one of the Chantecaille ones. The Chantecaille ones are solid. They don't have that swirl in there, but it's the same idea. And I'm just curious to see if it is the same, similar, or if it's different, but it's a gel blush. So it actually even feels a little bit cooling on the skin when you put it on. So I'm really enjoying this much more than I thought I would. So that has been a nice surprise. And then I also picked up one of these Guerlain terracotta bronzers. This is in, I don't know if it's Thalia, something island, and there are 2 versions of this, and these are their limited edition bronzing and blush powders. So they come in this case, and I always call these the shoe polish bronzers because these just remind me of those Pkwy shoe polishes. You know, they have that little thing that would help you like knock the top off. This is what it looks like. This is also what I have on my skin. I don't have the blush on except on my eyes, but I do have the bronzer on all over my face and on my eyes. And it's a really lovely kind of like light buildable kind of bronzer. It goes on very, very sheer at first and it builds like fairly quickly. I really like buildable bronzers because I feel like it will take you through the entire season. Like you can start off sheer with one layer like in the springtime, and then by the end of the summer you can like really build it up. I really like that. And the blush in here, really pretty. It's a great texture. It's kind of soft, so it's really pigmented. Let me swatch these two for you. There's the bronzer and the blush. And here's the bronzer and the blush. The bronzer is definitely on the warmer side. It has like a gold sheen to it. So the gold that you see in the pan is like overspray, but the actual bronzer, I don't know if you can get a sense of it, but there's definitely like a golden shift to it. It's very, very pretty on the skin. I didn't even notice it when I put it on my face. I was just kind of, you know, brushing it all around. But when I used it as eyeshadow, it really stood out. Like when I used it in that concentrated way, it really stood out. And then, you know, when I kind of started to tilt my head in the lighting, I could really kind of see like the golden sheen to the bronzer. So really liking this. And this has that terracotta scent to it, which I really, really enjoy. To me, it is just the definition of summer scent. Love it. So those were the Guerlain products that I ordered from the Harrods site. I also noticed that they had the Mer Hydrating Illuminator, and this is brand new. I believe this may be on some US sites. If not, I do believe it's coming. I think it's just like a liquid highlighter. Let's go ahead and take a look. I haven't even opened this up. So here is the squeezy tube that it comes in. Oh, I thought it was a squeezy tube. It actually has a pump. That's pretty cool. I think this is like the first time La Mer has done this. Maybe. Oh, pretty. It has like definitely a pearly sheen. You can see that. The shift in it is pink. It is a very, very pinky white kind of illuminator. Ooh, that is pretty. I wonder if this is similar to that primer. Hang on, let me get that. So this is what I was thinking of. This is the illuminating cream, and this came out over the holidays. It was limited edition and it was okay. I didn't actually really like the texture that much. It felt a little bit more watery than this one. Yeah, it feels a little bit lighter than this hydrating illuminator. So here's the hydrating illuminator, and then here is this one, the illuminating cream. This hydrating illuminator, in real life, I feel like on camera you can't really tell the difference, but it has a much stronger kind of sheen to it, and the pink kind of shift to it is much stronger. This is just much more subtle all around. That's probably why I didn't like it that much. Can't wait to give this a shot. I feel like this is something I'm gonna like to mix in with foundation if I want like more of a glow. All right, so that's what I got at Harrods. Let me show you what I picked up while I was in Toronto. So this is the Guerlain L'Essentiel. I know I butchered that. It has a 16-hour wear, natural glow. It has an SPF 20, and it's this guy that looks like the crooked bottle. I know people have been reviewing this. I think this is released basically in every other country than the US, but while I was in Toronto, Alicia of Kinky Sweat and I picked this up, and we're gonna be doing a collab on this foundation. I use this in what you'll see on Monday, my Guerlain try-on haul video. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. And I have it on my face right now, and so far I like it. But Alicia and I are going to be doing like a more in-depth kind of like dedicated video to this, especially because it claims it has a 16-hour wear. I would really like to try that out. I don't even think I'm awake for that long. Maybe. I mean, I have to put it on like first thing and take it off last thing. But anyway, this will be featured in Monday's video, and then I'll be doing a dedicated video collab with Alicia. So this one has a pump, and it has like a nice texture. It's a little bit on the liquidy side, which I like. Kind of makes me feel like it's going to be really kind of light. You can see it slowly running down my hand there. And I have it in the shade 2N for neutral. And it looks like a very good match for me. All right, moving on. So when I was at the Dior boutique and I picked up that Glow face palette from their Backstage collection, I already did a video on that. I also decided to pick up one of their Dior Addict lacquer sticks. So many of you suggested this. Anytime I mention that I like, you know, sheer lipsticks, someone always says, oh, you have to try one of these. So I finally bit the bullet and picked one color that I think I'll really like. This is number 522 Bronze Chic. Bronze Chic. They describe this as a liquefied shine saturated lip color weightless wear. That is like all of the good things to me. And this is what it looks like. This packaging is so interesting. I think it's really cool. It's not my favorite. I don't really like this knob, but I think it is really, really cool. I can appreciate it. I can definitely appreciate it. So you guys know I went for the metallic bronzy color, but look how pretty that is. I think it would be great on its own, great as a lip topper. I just think it's really cool. Anyway, I cannot wait to play around with this one. So that is color 522, Bronze Chic. Oh, it kind of has a fragrance. I got some Dior like liquid lipsticks and I had to throw them away because the fragrance was so bad, but I have a feeling this one's gonna fade because I actually did a sniff test at the store and the testers didn't really have that strong of a fragrance, so they must have faded. But the Dior scent for some reason is probably my least favorite like luxury beauty scent out there. I don't know what it is. It's like a fake candy rose. Oh, it's so weird. All right, next we have a few things from Sephora. I picked this up. I think I showed this to you. I think maybe I showed this to you in my favorites because I talked about these Hourglass Unreal lip glosses in my favorites, and this one was still in the box and I hadn't used it yet, but I just used this in the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette video. Yes, yesterday's video. I have this on and I really enjoy it. So this is like, it's like a really bright kind of like watermelony peachy color, and it has this incredible like metallic like gleam kind of running through the whole thing. It's really pretty on the lips. Let me swatch this for you. But there it is. And it's a little bit more opaque than the two other colors that I have from this line. I have Halo, which is that milky white, and then Ignite, which is also like a peachy color, but it's not quite as robust as this one. But I'm loving these lip glosses, so I'm enjoying this one. And then I also picked up another Armani eye tint. So they kind of revamped their whole eye tint line. They come in new packaging. I don't know if the formula is any different. The claims are the same. They're supposed to be crease proof, long wearing, etc., etc. But I know they kind of redid the color selection, the color range, and the packaging. And I have some, and I've been meaning to do a video on them. But while I was in Sephora, I picked up another color that I didn't have because it was just so pretty. This is number 34, Copper Reflection. And I really liked this one because it was kind of like on the thinner side. Can you see that? It's almost like a sheer kind of like layer, and I really like that about the Tom Ford Aqua Metal Shadows, I think is what they're called. So they just make really nice toppers, or if you want a little something on your lid but not too much, I like the fact that it has like a sheer quality to it. So I decided to pick this one up, and I do hope to do the Armani eye tint video because I think I have 4 other ones and they have all of these different finishes now. Anyway, I will get that video up as soon as I can. But those are the 2 things that I picked up at Sephora. And then Nordstrom was having their mascara event. So if you buy 3, you got one for free. And I decided to pick up the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel in color 80. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to open any of these, but I will flash pictures of this. So this color, I think it's like a brown, maybe it's like a brownish red, but I have a black Le Volume de Chanel, and then I have a brown Le Volume de Chanel waterproof. So I just wanted a regular Le Volume de Chanel that wasn't black. So I decided to go for this color. And I also picked up the Tom Ford Extreme Mascara. This mascara, I had 1 tube of it. It lasted forever. I know. You're not supposed to keep mascaras for more than like 3 months. I think 4 or 5 months is really pushing it. But this mascara stayed good. You know how mascara usually has like a sweet spot? Like when you first open it, it's too wet, and then after a couple months, it gets too dry, it starts to flake. This mascara was consistent for like the 9 months to a year that I had it. I'm so embarrassed. So anyway, I decided to pick up another tube. This is in the color Raven. Again, I'm not going to open it up because I have a whole bunch that's still open, but I really like this mascara. It's just a really high quality mascara. So I love it. And for someone who doesn't like blow through a lot of mascara, it's great when the formula stays very, very consistent. And then I also picked up the Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. I had a tube of this and it was way too old, so I had to toss it. But I remember thinking that my lashes did look a little fuller. They just looked a little bit healthier when I was using this one. And this is supposed to have like lash building benefits in there. So I decided to pick up another tube of this. I don't think that this was quite as effective as like a lash growing serum like that I've seen other people use, like Revitalash or Grand Lash or all those things. It wasn't that like dramatic, but I just felt like my lashes looked just a little bit fuller, just a little bit longer. So I think it really helped. So those are the 3 mascaras I picked up during the event. And then I've had these like random products set aside because I wanted to do like a whole first impressions on these products, and the traveling that I was going through, the lost footage that I had, really didn't help. So let me just mention them here, and I think you'll probably see them appear in like a full face of first impressions. But I have the Charlotte Tilbury Dreamgasm eyeshadow palette. 3 out of the 4 shadows in here are repeats. They exist in other eyeshadow palettes of hers. I think they're the most popular shades, which is why they appear in here. I'm not exactly sure which ones are the old ones. I think this is the new one. I feel like these 3 look familiar, or maybe this one is the new one. Anyway, let me go ahead and swatch them for you. I've used this palette a couple of times. It's very nice. If you like Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows, you'll like this palette. It's very, very nice. All the shadows look really beautiful on the lid. And she has her signature topper shade there. So those are the 4 satin shades and then the topper shade. That one I think is from Pillow Talk. I'm not sure. Maybe this one's from Dolce Vita. So those are the 4 shades. But I just purchased the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Collagen Bath, so maybe I'll do a video with this and those 2 lip glosses. I should mention, I don't know if there's any new viewers here. Thank you so much. If you are new, thank you so much for watching. If you aren't new, you've heard me say this before, but when I haul stuff, it's basically just to show you what I have so that you can let me know whether you want like a dedicated video, like more information on the actual products. And if I've already done something, or if I plan on doing something, I'll let you know so that you can keep an eye out for it. So that's sort of the purpose of these haul videos. So anyway, let me continue. I also purchased the Décolleté face powder in the shade 00. So it comes in this box. And I purchased this because of Mel Thompson. She got, I think, a couple of shades, and it looked beautiful on her skin, much like everything looks beautiful on her. So I was swayed to purchase this. And I think she suggested getting this shade, that the other ones did have pigment in there, and this is, I believe, the translucent shade. So I was planning on doing a, like I said, full face first impressions with this face powder, but if you want something dedicated to this, let me know. I can do that. Just let me know down below in the comment section. I can do that for you. And I also got this by Terry Brightening CC Powder. I got it in the shade 3 Apricot Glow, and I have actually been using this quite a bit. I used it quite a bit when I first got it, and then I kind of stopped again because I was traveling for the past 3 weeks. But I was testing this along with the Sicily Blur Expert Powder, which I've already put a video up on. But this powder is definitely better, I think, as a finishing powder. So this is Apricot Glow. There's 4 shades in this. It's supposed to basically be like the powder version of her Brightening CC serums, which are like in liquid form. So there's 2 lighter shades, which is like kind of like a white one and then a pink one. Both of those I felt like would be too light and too cool for me. So I went for this Apricot Glow. And then number 4 is more of a bronzy shade, which I thought could be a nice bronze, but I figured I'd start with this one and see if I could use it kind of as a finishing powder. And it is quite lovely as a finishing powder. It has that by Terry Balm de Rose scent, which I actually really enjoy. And this powder has, I mean, just the most beautiful, beautiful sheen. It is, you'll see, fairly pigmented. You know, it's fairly like thick kind of powder. So it took me a little while to figure out how best to use it, and sparingly. It's really the best way to use it because, do you see that sheen? It's incredibly glowy, and if I use it as a finishing powder to kind of buff the rest of my makeup in, I really can't go too heavy-handed. Otherwise, I just look like it's just too shiny. It's just too shiny. For me, it's just too shiny. But I think it would also make a very subtle highlight if you're into that. So again, this was something I was going to put in like a full face of first impressions let me know. Let me know if you want that. Let me know if you want a dedicated video to this. I can do that. So that is the By Terry Brightening CC Powder in Apricot Glow. I forgot I purchased this. This was like way back. My table here that I sit at is very long, but it's very deep. And it was sitting back there and I completely forgot about this. This is the La Mer, the Glowing Body Oil. I think it was Natalie over at Flower Bomb who mentioned this on her channel, and I had missed out on, did it come out last year? Maybe it came out the year before and then they re-released it again last year, and I missed out on it both times. So I really wanted to hop on this, and when she recommended it as well, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? Glass bottle, very weighty. Oh, this looks amazing. And it has a pump. I'm so happy it has a pump. Can't stand when it just has that little plastic top and you kind of, it's like a dropper top. I don't like that. It has that La Mer scent that I love. Let's see if you can even see. Oh my God, my skin is so dry. It's like, oh, pretty. It's so subtle. I love that. I didn't get the Patrick Ta, I didn't get the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. Like both of those seem like they would just be like super way over the top for me. But this one is really pretty. It's really subtle. And I really do like that scent. Love it. Oh, and it feels great. Oh, I also wanted to quickly mention, this was an order that I placed, I think at Harrods too, but a different order. I ordered this when I ordered something else. I can't remember now. But I just wanted to quickly mention the Sisley Eye Contour Mask. I use this in my morning skincare routine video, which I will try and remember to link up here. But I've been basically living off of the little sample packets, and I love it. It's probably the one mask that not only reduces my puffiness, but it reduces my puffiness for like a couple of days. I feel like any other eye mask I use, it'll immediately reduce my puffiness, but then it's kind of back within like a couple of hours. By like midday, I feel like my eyes look a little puffy again. So I love this. Absolutely love this. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it into my little fridge right now, keep it cool, because I just love that sensation underneath my eyes. Absolutely love it. And then I basically re-upped on my Retrouvé Luminous Cleansing Elixir. This is it's like a liquefied balm. It's not a solid balm that you kind of liquefy in your hands. It's already kind of in that state, but it has such a beautiful texture and it does such a good job as my second cleanse. Like I'll remove all my makeup with my Kogan Do cleansing spa water, and then I will use this just all over my face and then like wipe it off with a cloth. I love this. It makes my skin feel moisturized but not oily. It doesn't leave a film. It doesn't do anything weird around my eyes. Like it doesn't sting my eyes. Not that I recommend like sticking this in your eyes or anything, but it has never really like stung my eyes. It doesn't give me that cloudy vision, which is what I cannot stand about most balms. And it just doesn't leave a film. It leaves my skin moisturized, soft, supple, without any kind of like extra feeling. It is the absolute best. I've talked about this a gazillion times, but I had to re-up on this, or were they having a sale? Something like that. Anyway, had to get another bottle of this. Okay, and last but not least, I'm just looking at the time. So I'm definitely going to be splitting this up. I'm definitely going to have a separate PR haul, just so this video isn't incredibly long. So last but not least, we went to Sicily. And I kind of got a little bit crazy with their makeup. You guys know how much I love their skincare, and I really enjoy like 99% of the makeup that I have purchased from them. So I thought, let me kind of dive in a little bit deeper. Oh, also, actually, this was the impetus. When Risa was here, when we did like our Sephora haul and we talked about luxury makeup, I had mentioned something from Sicily, and she said, oh, and their lip liners. And I was like, lip liners? I've never even thought about trying one of their lip liners. She was like, they're so good. So I tried one of their lip liners. They're so good. So I got the chocolate lip liner and the beige naturel. So the chocolate one is the one that I've actually been using, and it is amazing. Like it goes on so softly, so pigmented, so smoothly that I thought for sure it was gonna bleed or it was just gonna end up being messy. But it stays put without like drying down too much, without drying down to something that is dry. It's just the perfect texture, and it does what a lip liner is supposed to do. It really kind of like keeps my lipstick in place. It makes the wear of my lipstick or lip gloss that I layer on top even longer. I am loving these. So this one is chocolate. So there is the chocolate shade. I don't have anything quite like this shade, so I really wanted to pick this up. Really glad that I did. It has come in very handy. And I also picked up, like I mentioned, Beige Naturel. And this one, oh, and they come with a little sharpener. And the other end here is like a little brush, just like the Chanel pencils. So here is Beige Naturel. It's like a lighter version of the Chocolat. Risa was 1000% correct. These are amazing. And when it comes to lip liners, like, I like them. There's some that maybe are a little bit better, a little bit worse. Usually for me, it's the colors, like the Charlotte Tilbury colors of her lip cheat. So good. I do like the colors of like the Pat McGrath ones. So good. And, I like their formulas or whatever, but there's something really, really special about these. If you ever get to one of the Sicily counters, just try them out. Try them out. Let me know what you think. And then I think I mentioned in a recent video, the So Volume, is it the So Volume mascara from Cicely. That's their newest one. And I have their color black, but I decided to swap out the brown color that I also got for one of their So Curl mascaras, because I like the Volume mascara, but it's not one of my favorites, and I don't think it works necessarily for, oh, I have to sneeze. There we go. Let it out. And I think I just mentioned in one of my videos that it's a nice mascara, but I don't think it's for my kind of lashes, my very, very sad lashes. So I'm not going to open this. God, I have a lot of mascara. For someone who doesn't use a lot of mascara, I have a lot of mascara. So anyway, I have that. Let me just put that aside. And I also decided to get 2 of their Phyto blush twists. I got one that's contour, which is not really a blush, and then one that's number 6 Passion, which I think is their new one. Decided to get these. There's something about cream products and the summertime, it just gets me. And I never purchased these Sisley products before, mainly because of the packaging. I am not a fan of when caps just sit on top of the stick like this. I like when they like click in. Like here's the Chanel one. See how this one, like, it clicks in, it doesn't sit on the outside of this. Mainly because I feel like these caps loosen after a while, and then they'll just kind of eventually fall off, which really, really pisses me off. And then there is a point also when they're new that they're kind of tight and you have to pull, and then the product is sitting out there and then like you nick it. Anyway, I am not a fan of the packaging when it sits on top. So this is the Contour number 5. Here's what that looks like. It's a little bit on the warmer side, as you can see, but it blends out really, really beautifully. I've already tried this on a couple of times, actually, and it was actually in one of the videos that I lost the footage for, but it's really, really pretty, especially if you want to go for a very natural kind of look. You can build it up, but I really like it sheer like this. So that's the number 5 Contour. And then I also picked up, like I said, number 6 Passion, and this is definitely more of a blush. This one I believe is their newest color. I think it came out for spring, but here is this color. And their blushes have more of a sheen to them. So I don't know if you can see, like, has like a pearly, slightly gold kind of sheen to it. It's so, so pretty. And there's no scent to these products. All I smell actually is that La Mer oil. I don't think there's any scent to these products. So those are the 2 Phyto blush twists that I purchased. I also got one of the eye twists. I have one of their like deluxe samples in number 1. So I decided to get number 4, which is like this steely gray. So we basically have the same type of packaging, it's just smaller. And again, that cap sitting on top, I really don't like it. But here is the steel color. This is really, really pretty. It's a steel gray with like a metallic sheen to it. And I love these crayons because you have just enough time to blend them out, but they're waterproof and they do eventually like set. So these are great. They're very long wear. I love this. I'm really glad I picked up this color. I want to pick up more colors. And then I went kind of nuts because I just like fell in love with these. I had never tried them on, funny enough, but these are the Phyto lip twists. So I got colors 1, 7, and 11. 1 has been in my handbag. I just have been loving this so hard. So this is the lip twist. Again, same kind of packaging, which I don't like. And here is the nude. Is it nude? Well, it's number 1. Does it have a name? I don't know if it has a name, but it's number 1. So there is number 1. And these have it's almost like the lip liners. It is the best formula, and it's hard for me to describe. It's something I feel like you need to try out, because if I describe it, it's going to sound like any other kind of sheer moisturizing kind of lip product. But they are kind of sheer. They do feel very, very moisturizing, and very, very rarely would I use something that's pigmented as a lip balm, but that's how I've been using this. That's how moisturizing and great it makes my lips feel. I just love these, as witnessed by the 3 of them that I purchased, because I purchased this one first, and then I ran back and got 7 and 11. So here is number 7, and this is like a bright poppy shade. So there is number 7. And then here is number 11, which is also so pretty. This is a great neutral shade also. It's just a little bit more peach than the number 1 shade. So here is number 11. I just love these. These are the absolute perfect throw in your bag, easy to put on sheer lipsticks. They feel more like a sheer lipstick, but they act more like a balm. I think that's what makes them so magical for me. Balms are usually, at least for me, like a little bit thicker. You know, they have that kind of like heavier feel on the lips for obvious reasons. And then sheer lipsticks are very sheer. They're moisturizing, but they kind of don't stay on for a long time. These like act like a balm, but feel like a sheer lipstick. They're just absolutely amazing. So I wouldn't be surprised if I pick up even more. I'm thinking maybe I need like a pink, like a brighter pink, since I have some neutrals and some orange. Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, I totally lied. I forgot about this little haul that I did when Neiman Marcus was having one of those $50 off 200 that you spend. So I decided I wanted to kind of dive deep into Weiss. I think it's Weiss. I'm not sure, but it's an organic beauty brand, and I purchased a whole bunch of stuff. I'm definitely going to be doing a dedicated video on this. I'm going to do like a full day wear test of everything, but I decided to get this collector's kit, which is basically just this. Of course, it's already dirty. It's basically like this empty palette that you can put her products into. So I got a couple of her powder eyeshadows, and then a cream foundation, a cream bronzer, and then I also got a cream highlighter, but I decided to get this in its own individual tin, which I can pop out and put in there. So let me just show you what this highlighter looks like. So this is what the highlighter looks like, and this is in the shade Ravishing. So I'm going to be doing a whole video on this stuff. What else did I get? Oh, I also got one of her lip glosses. This is in the shade Tenderness. So this is what the lip gloss looks like, very basic. And all of her packaging is like refillable, which is so cool. It's very in line with this organic brand where she likes to be good to the earth. So I got that, and I also got, what is this? I think actually this was a gift. Oh, I think this is an eyeliner? Oh yeah, eye pencil in black, and then like an eye definition brush. Again, I'll be doing a whole video on this brand. I started becoming very interested in this brand, not only because you guys have been requesting it, a whole bunch of you have been asking me to review this brand, but I purchased one of her lip tints when I was in New York this past January, and I loved it. So I have that also that we can play around with in my video, and I think I purchased another one somewhere around here. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that this video will be coming soon, sometime soon, maybe over the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that. So that is my haul. That's pretty much everything I feel like I purchased in the past like month or so, outside of all the reviews that you've seen. So let me know if you have any questions down below in the comment section. If I didn't mention that I'm going to be doing a video on something and you would like to see a dedicated video on something, please let me know down below in the comment section. On Monday, you'll be seeing like a full face of Guerlain featuring all the new stuff that I purchased off of the Harrods site, like these meteorites. And that's it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.